Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. When you think of Leave It to Beaver, you probably imagine the Cleaver family, suburban homes, and timeless lessons. But behind that picture-perfect facade were real kids, some of whom went on to very different lives once the studio lights went out. Today we're diving into two real-life brothers who were both part of the cast, Tiger Fafara and his younger brother Stanley Fafara, and we're going to discuss how their post-Beaver lives could not have been more divergent. Tiger Fafara, born in 1945, and his brother Stanley, born in 1949, both grew up in the Los Angeles area, and both were pushed into acting at a young age by their mother, who would end up bringing them both to an open casting call for Leave It to Beaver, and both landed roles. Tiger as Tooey Brown, and Stanley as Hubert Whitey Whitney, one of the kids in Beaver's class. Now, it wasn't just a fun sibling moment. This was early Hollywood for them, a step into a world most kids would never get to see. Tiger appeared as Tooey in the early seasons of the show, the late 1950s, while Stanley's role as Whitey lasted through the entirety of the show's run, from 1957 to 1963. Stanley later reflected on how early fame arrived. He said his life was a blessing and a curse, and recalled that at one time I had money. There were times when I would walk around with $16,000 in my pocket. Now for Tiger, it was a little different, and his role ended around 1960. So here's where their paths really depart. Tiger stepped away from regular TV roles after his time on the show. He lived a more private life, although he later returned in the 1983 revival, The New Leave It to Beaver, and his legacy continues via his son, Des Fafara, who became a rock vocalist. He also managed to maintain his place in the Beaver legacy world with fewer of the dramatic off-screen struggles. Stanley's story is more complicated and heartbreaking. According to an LA Times article, by the 1980s, Stanley was living in difficult circumstances. He had been using heroin, had hepatitis C, and lived in Portland in a single-room occupancy building, paying $153 a month on a $475 disability check. Stanley had been clean and sober, however, since 1995, having entered a detox center and then a clean and sober house. In late August of 2003, Fafara was admitted to a hospital in Portland, Oregon for surgery to repair a hernia. Post-operative complications arose, which included a blood clot in his leg. These complications were aggravated by his compromised immune system from hepatitis C and the long-term effects of prior substance abuse. Stanley Fafara remained hospitalized until his death on September 20th, 2003, coinciding with his 54th birthday. Tiger Fafara remains one of the few surviving child actors from the show, carrying his connection to Mayfield into modern day. His story is quieter, yes, but perhaps all the more resilient because of that. So the next time you catch an episode of Leave It to Beaver and you see Wally and his friends, remember, the actors who played those kids were real kids, living real lives. Their paths didn't stop when the show ended. Additionally, siblings in the same business are rare. Even rarer to have them in the same television show and have such divergent outcomes. Tiger's more stable path versus Stanley's tragic trajectory underscore how unpredictable life after childhood stardom could be. So there you go, a brief look at the real-life brothers from the TV show Leave It to Beaver. I still love watching episodes of this classic TV show whenever I can. Currently, you can stream most of the episodes for free on Amazon Prime, which is great. Now, what are your favorite memories of either Stanley or Tiger Fafara's roles on Leave It to Beaver? I look forward to reading your comments. Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I mostly talk about the music, TV shows, and movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but also occasionally diving into older shows such as this. And thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and have a great day.